familydivorce.org, and this is how you file for a divorce in the state of North Dakota. So you want to come on, make sure that you're on this web page, and you want to go right to step 1, 2 ways to download the required North Dakota divorce papers. Now you have 2 options. One is to get our blank North Dakota divorce papers, which we have on our site. Just click on this link and this will pop open, and it's just a zip file that has all these forms, which we'll tell you in just a second on how to file them all and how to complete them. But it's just a zip file. You want to make sure that you download them, or if you don't feel confident in yourself and making sure that every I is dotted and T is crossed, we partnered with a professional service that charges $2.99 and will fill in the divorce papers for you. Now, step 2, you'll need to meet with your spouse and fill out the following forms. So hopefully you both aren't hostile towards each other, and you can get together and sit down and fill out the following forms. Now, this last one here, this Marital Settlement Agreement, this is a very, very important form. This is where you're basically going to be negotiating all your assets, money in the bank account, if you own any property, if you have any cars. And it's also going to be where you settle if you guys have any debt, whether it's credit card or mortgage or whatever. It's all going to be spelled out on this form. So if you can get through this step, you basically are going to be cruise sailing through the rest of this divorce process. So you'll need to deliver the above listed forms to the court clerk's office in the county in which you reside, pay the filing fee. Now you're going to have to contact the clerk because every county in North Dakota is different. And the fees are always changing. Sometimes they charge like a service fee, and you just never know what all the little fees are. So you always want to, or you just bring a blank check. But I would advise calling the clerk. Now, step 4, you'll need to deliver the above forms filed to your spouse, as well as the admission of service form. Now, it's very important that you have your spouse sign the admission of service upon delivery of the forms, and you receive the original. So this basically just proves to the court that you filed all the above forms, and your spouse is going to look over them to make sure that it's the same form that she or he agreed to when they filled out the Marital Settlement Agreement. So you'll need to file that form with the clerk, and now you'll have to meet with your spouse again to fill out the stipulation form and have the following forms attached: the complaint and marital settlement agreement that you filled out and filed in step 2 and 3. And the stipulation and attached forms must be sent to the clerk's office for filing, and schedule a hearing date with the clerk at this time. So now you can schedule a hearing date, and if you've done everything, all you're going to have to do is just go to court. You'll just have to go to your court hearing date. It usually doesn't even take more than 15 minutes, but you'll just have to bring all these forms because the judge is going to sign your decree of divorce at your hearing. So when you get this decree of divorce at your hearing, you want to just go right to the clerk's office and file it, and you've completed the divorce process once that form has been filed. So again, you just want to make sure that when you start the process, that really comes down to step 2. If the both of you can agree on this marital settlement agreement, then it's going to be pretty easy for you the rest of the way. But that's it. That's how you file for divorce in the state of North Dakota.